He also advocates for citizens' voluntarism and an individualistic approach to social and security restructuring in Nigeria. The Inspector General of Police also appreciates the steadfastness of the National Security Agency's dedication to lending a helping hand to security forces in fulfilling their constitutional responsibilities of safeguarding the lives and property of Nigerians. He assured that the police under its leadership would ensure that the force is professional, competent, rule of law compliant, service-driven, and people-friendly. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control says a total of 38 confirmed cases and 0 deaths from monkeypox have been recorded across 32 states and the Federal Capital Territory. Director General of the NCDC, Jide Idris, made the announcement at a briefing on the declaration of monkeypox as a public health emergency of international concerns. He said the NCDC is intensifying surveillance across Nigeria to swiftly detect and respond to new cases, adding that post health services across 5 international airports, 10 seaports, and 51 land and food crossing borders are on high alert.
Been distributed to airlines, especially those coming in from countries where there is an ongoing outbreak of Mpox in the last 90 days. Treatment protocols and diagnostic tool protocols according to the IDSR are now distributed to various states. Additionally, we continue to provide health workers and public with updated guidance on infection prevention and control measures, as well as trained surge staff as part of our preparedness and readiness for Mpox public health events.
The World Health Organization recently declared monkeypox surge in Africa a global public health emergency following the rise in cases in Democratic Republic of Congo and the spread to nearby countries. Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has called for state-specific action plans towards promoting the allocation of adequate resources in government's budget to support gender equality initiatives. She said each state has its unique cultural, social, and economic context, noting that plans must reflect this diversity. The First Lady was speaking in Abuja at the opening of the United Nations Population Fund Summit on gender-based violence and harmful norms. She also explained that the fight against gender-based violence and harmful practices is not the responsibility of an individual or organization, but a collective effort that requires the active and concerted participation of all sectors of the society.
This summit is a direct response to the recommendations from the annual technical consultation for the elimination of female genital mutilation, which took place on the 11th of June 2024. Today, as we convene here, it is important that we build on the momentum garnered from the consultation and channel our efforts into actionable change. Statistics from the National Demographic Health Survey 2018 shows that nearly 1 in 3 Nigerian women have experienced some form of gender-based violence, especially women with disabilities who are more susceptible and vulnerable.
Stakeholders expressed belief that the summit provides a common platform to create awareness, exchange lessons, and promote effective strategies for preventing and responding to gender-based violence and harmful practices.
With the Minister of Justice, we've been able to put together a standard operating procedure for violence-related practices within schools, and that has been very helpful from all the reports that I am getting from schools. So with all these, we believe that by the time we give our girls the appropriate education, these matters that we are talking about here that are serious threat to our society will be a thing of the past.
We, the Ministry of Women Affairs, will move further to make sure there will be consequences if you commit such crime.
We don't only have female genital mutilation, we have money marriage, where they use babies to loan money from old men and give out the babies to them. It is happening live and direct. And we equally have the breast ironing, which we have addressed here in Abuja, in Piba community.
We aim to foster a generation that values equality, respects human dignity, and actively works to eliminate gender-based violence in all its forms. As we reflect on the outcomes of the recent annual technical consultation on ending female genital mutilation hosted by the UNFPA, it is clear that collaboration is key. The success of these initiatives depends on our collective will and the resources we secure from our partners and donors.
At the end of the summit, an agreement was signed by the First Lady and wives of state governors to symbolize their unified commitment to combating gender-based violence and harmful social norms, and also serve as a public declaration to resolve the fight against the scourge. In sports, the Director General, Lagos State Sports Commission, Lekan Faludu, has expressed optimism that Team Lagos will make the state proud at the 8th National Youth Games. Participating states are expected to compete in the zonal elimination to qualify for team sports when the qualifiers commence this week across the country. We have details in this report.
Team Lagos continues its preparation for the National Youth Games Zonal eliminations with screening of athletes that will represent the state at the qualifying tournament holding in Oshogbo, Osun State. The screening aimed to ensure that the state parades eligible athletes within the stipulated age. Acknowledging the significance of the screening for athletes, Director General Lagos State Sports Commission Lekan Faludu reaffirmed the commitment of Lagos to always play by the rules, adding that the exercise showed transparency and demonstrates probity.
We want to bring out the best. We want to select them according to the rules and principles of the organizer of the National Youth Games, particularly the zonal elimination, context.
Lagos, Ogun, Osun, Oyo, Ekiti and Ondo states will be jostling for qualification to represent the region at the National Youth Games holding next month in Delta State. The states will compete for slots in football, handball, basketball, volleyball, beach volleyball, rugby, abola, cricket and hockey.
Taking it upon ourselves to ensure that we go to the tournament with the right player, with right age, and to show forth excellence, and that we can see. And for our athletes here, we can't but do anything less than excellence.
We're making sure that we actually have more games in terms of discovering youth, at primary school and secondary school. So that's something we're actually working in, and it's actually in process for that to happen. We are going to be trying to represent Lagos State on the national level. So we're going to make sure that we have more events, more competitions that actually bring out these talents.
Team Lagos contingents comprising 188 male and female athletes will compete for 9 sports at the regional qualifiers built for the Oshogbo Township Stadium from Thursday, August 29 to Sunday, September 1.
We are giving them nutritional food to be of sound mind and to demonstrate physicality that will be a threat to other contestants there. And they are showing that in their energy, the way they are sounding. You will not even believe the level of optimism of these young people. They can't wait to be in Oshogbo and subsequently to be in Delta State and bring back the gold for Lagos State.
For the second successive year, Delta will host the National Youth Games in the state capital, Asaba, from September 9 to 19.
That's the news at noon. For more news, please connect with Lagos Television on these social media platforms. Please remember to call Lagos toll-free lines 767 or 112 in case of emergencies. Thank you for watching. Join us again at 2.